Remember the elevator dream I shared, predicting Bitcoin's quick and sudden journey to 48K? Now, as we witness Bitcoin's dramatic plunge from that very peak, let's delve deeper into this unfolding prophecy and what it signals for the future of cryptocurrency. Hey, I'm Marcus. Today, we're diving into the story of my prophetic elevator dream and its startling alignment with Bitcoin's recent movement. We'll briefly review the dream, examine the crucial implications of Bitcoin's dramatic rise to and fall from 48K, and explore the dream's predictions about what's next. Whether you're a longtime follower or new to the saga, prepare for an insightful analysis connecting the prophetic with the practical. What was the elevator dream? This was a dream I had back in October of 2022. For the details of the dream, I encourage you to watch the original video. But long story short, I was on an elevator and pressed 4 different floor numbers: 43, 48, 50, and 52. The elevator rocketed up to 43 and stopped. Then it rocketed up again to floor 48 and stopped. It got stuck there and then turned into a bucket. Last Saturday, 3 people contacted me to tell me my elevator dream had been fulfilled. Before we continue the video, I want to highlight one of these contacts, an email from a valued channel member, Carl. In addition to pointing out the present price action of Bitcoin aligning with my dream, he highlighted something I hadn't noticed before. My original elevator dream video was published on October 16th, 2022, and the day Bitcoin began to trend upward was precisely a year later, on October 16th, 2023. This is amazing because I previously pointed out the prophetic theme of exactly 1 year that God has been speaking to me since September. When I had the dream, I didn't believe it was about crypto, but Kelly at BeliefBag did. She suggested that the dream was specifically about Bitcoin, and this was months ago, in March of 2023. Kelly and I went into much more detail about this during our live stream last month, so feel free to watch or revisit it after this video. I also want to give a shout out to this user who commented on the video in 2022, saying it could be about Bitcoin. It's now quite apparent that the elevator stopping at floors 43 and 48 in my dream represented Bitcoin's surge to 43K and 48K. When Bitcoin jumped to each of these marks, it did so in less than a week, hence the rapid acceleration of the elevator in my dream. So, what are the real-world implications of Bitcoin hitting 48K and then falling? What are the market dynamics, reasons behind the rise and fall, and potential future trends? Well, I'm not a technical analysis expert. However, Kelly shared a couple of clips with me by blockchain backer.
Today, we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin price chart post-Bitcoin ETF launches that took place yesterday in the United States stock market. Has Bitcoin run out of juice after hitting its 618 Fibonacci retracement level? Was that the climactic event? Was that the peak? Well, I'm treating it like it is. Yesterday, I posted over there on Twitter, I'm done. I finished selling all the Bitcoin accumulated at the lows. The 0.618 retrace was hit this morning. That's it for me. Wild year-long ride. Good luck to Bitcoin. I still have the 35% from 2018 to 2019, which is about 8% of my overall portfolio. Time for the real fun. As you guys know, I've been distributing all throughout here, and yesterday, post ETF launch, I finished. I'm done. All of my FTX collapse of Bitcoin has been sold. It was a long, rough ride to get back there to those retracement levels, but we have done it. But what do I mean about time for the real fun? Well, that's where we're going to start talking about Bitcoin dominance and how this thing is looking very, very wobbly to start heading down, and why that is a wonderful thing for the altcoin market. So we're really going to divide this video kind of into 2 parts. One being like the fun is done for Bitcoin and the attention is going to shift, but we need to actually look at Bitcoin and understand why a peak could be coming in here for Bitcoin right now. Now, most of you who watch the channel and have gone through the depths of despair in the cryptocurrency market in 2022 and then the wall of worry climb back up here in 2023 already knew I would do this as we got back to this location and back into the retracement levels. Yesterday, we nailed it, and we did it right during the ETF launches. Now, that was the Bitcoin market cap, but you can also see over here, the actual price chart did as well, as the price got to $49,000, exceeding the 618 Fibonacci retracement, again, making it to the level that I was looking for. It was a tough road to get there, but we finally did. To see examples of how that retracement retracement level can cause problems for Bitcoin. You can just go back into the past, go back and live in 2019. Notice one wick above the 618 retracement level. That was it. Go back to 2014, 15, and 16. Hits the 618 retracement level, boom, big fallback. Now, while both of those circumstances did ultimately lead to new bull runs happening for Bitcoin, I am more skeptical that Bitcoin is going to be able to do that, considering Bitcoin was created during the depths of the great financial crisis, and they launched the ETF products only 3% away from the 4.236 on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So this video is not going to spend a lot of time trying to say, hey, we're going to go here and then consolidate and bounce, or we're going to go here and then go up and then come down. That's not what we're going to focus on today. Today, we're going to focus on the altcoin market, but to just kind of wrap your head around it, because we're kind of living in the thick of the moment. A lot of times when we're living in the thick of the moment, the emotions get absolutely out of control. What was happening at the lows? Extreme fear, extreme depression. There's no coming back from this. What do we get up here? Extreme optimism, extreme euphoria, extreme hope that something huge is coming, as JP Morgan, Bitcoin's longtime best friend, and BlackRock, Bitcoin's longtime best friend, have financial products available for you to be able to purchase off of them. So not only do we get to the retracement level that we've been looking for, we also get an event to occur at the exact same time that we do. One of extreme hope, optimism, and euphoria. And well, I don't know if you saw the market yesterday, Bitcoin's big day. I'm sure you saw it. The whole market was green and Bitcoin was red. Look at it today. You got green all over the place. Where's Bitcoin? Red. Look at Ethereum starting to go. Are we seeing the rotation beginning? And was that the end of the Bitcoin run? My suspicion is it was the end. Again, there's lots of distribution structures that can happen in here. There's things we've talked about with what the stock market looks like and whether Bitcoin is going to have something that does look more like that, and then it ends up, that's for another day. But as for the actual run on this channel, I'm treating it as if that was the top. That was max euphoria yesterday. Now it's time for the show to spread elsewhere. And I think the market is telling us that it is, especially when we look at like stable coins and Ethereum versus the Bitcoin dominance. And even if we don't take any of those things into account, the market is telling us time is coming. And for that, I am 92% in the altcoin market. So that's the focus now, waiting to see big breaks happen there. It's an exciting time for sure. There's a lot of excitement in the market. Now this excitement needs to try to find some yield, because I don't think they're getting it in Bitcoin. So we'll keep checking on it every day, and I look forward to what the coming weeks have ahead of us. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up.
So essentially, he thinks Bitcoin has topped. The major move is done, and now the altcoins will fly. But then what? In my dream, when the elevator got stuck at floor 48 and turned into a bucket, the elevator buttons changed to appliance buttons like those on a blow dryer. They read test and reset. We can easily connect the word reset with what we are expecting in the world. But today, I want to focus on the word test. 2 months ago, I heard the word test in my sleep. I called the word out and understood that I could handle the test properly now that I'd identified it. I shared this on my community tab and encourage you to subscribe to get tidbits like this between videos. On December 26th, day 36 of our 40 days of wealth transfer prayers, I shared a powerful encounter I had the night before in a dream. I received an impartation, but then I heard my name being called, summoning me for a test. In the comments of that video, a user named Emmanuel Miracle left a comment saying they woke up to my voice the following morning saying, I have won. Last week, Sammy B for the Light shared a dream featuring me. In his dream, he was taking a test and I was the teacher administering the test. When I shared that video on my community tab, a user named Monique shared that she had an almost identical dream on January 11th where I was asking her test questions. This led a friend to share a dream they had back in November with me, where I was helping her study and understand specific words so she could pass a test. All of this makes it evident that many are in a time of testing. I encourage you to identify if you are being tested right now because, as I said in my community post, identifying the test gave me the ability to pass it. It is also evident that Jesus has appointed me and God has established me as someone who can help you pass these tests with the experience, wisdom, knowledge, and anointing He has given me. I say this humbly so as not to puff myself up, but also confidently, accepting the call on my life. Relating this back to the elevator dream, crypto, and the wealth transfer, could this be a time of testing before the blessing? Potentially. Regardless, we must identify and pass any test, because failing could result in being reset, just like the Israelites who circled around the wilderness for 40 years when they could have reached the promised land in 11 days. I unloaded a lot here, but what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Are you in the process of passing a test right now? If you are new to the wealth transfer and my content, I want to be clear that none of what I talk about is possible without the Lord Jesus Christ. It is infinitely more important that you have a relationship with Him and His Word before you worry about any of this money stuff. If you are unfamiliar with my elevator dream or want more details, click the video on the screen. I also encourage you to watch the live stream Kelly and I did discussing this. Lastly, if you enjoy this type of content, help me reach my goal of 3K subscribers by the end of the month by clicking that subscribe button.